The First National Bank of America, also known as the First Bank of America or the Bank of the United States. George Washington took his first term as the first president of the United States in 1789. As president, Washington appointed Alexander Hamilton as Treasury Secretary. The Congress asked Hamilton to create a system to help America's economic system. Hamilton came up with a plan of the national bank. The economic system before Hamilton. The United States financial system was very weak. The sum of the debt they had was approximated to about $54 million. The lack of currency and trade was beginning to feel very difficult. Thanks to their massive loan from France, they didn't go completely bankrupt in the war. The United States needed a strong centralized government that would be able to collect taxes. More reasons why was the bank needed. To bring stability and control. To support financial operations. To heal the abandonment in 1781. To help monetary problems in 1791. The bank is a symbol of long-held American fear of civilization and government control. Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton thought his plan wouldn't go against the Constitution. Hamilton came up with a plan to help with all their financial problems. Most know Hamilton because of the $10 bill. Different sides of the argument. Within every plan, there is always a rebuttal against it. Washington asked Thomas Jefferson to state his opinions with Hamilton's plan. Thomas Jefferson, one of Washington's cabinet members, thought it was unconstitutional. Hamilton wanted a stronger central government and a weaker state government. Thomas Jefferson thought of it as an exact opposite. Jefferson preferred a stronger state government and a weaker central government. Jefferson thought this would allow the people to have more say in what they are living in. Arguments presented. Washington was a voice of reason between Jefferson and Hamilton. Washington came to the conclusion that Jefferson and Hamilton were to prepare a presentation for the Congress and himself to settle the dispute. Decision made. After hearing both sides of the argument, Washington and the rest of the Congress favored Hamilton's idea better. On February 1791, Congress passed the bank bill. Excise Tax. Hamilton had already started developing duties and excise tax. Congress let Hamilton in 1789 bill the people 8% on import taxes. In 1791, domestic excise tax levied on the manufacturer's sale or consumption of goods. Passing and renewal. The bill for the Bank of the United States had a 20-year limit. The year limit would end on 1811. It was time for the House of Representatives to make the new decision for America. When the time for renewal came, there was much debate because the bank caused the Whiskey Rebellion. The House of the Representatives voted 65 to 64 for just postponing the renewal of the bank. The final vote came to the Senate. Sadly, the votes were 17 to 17. The vice president would have to make the final decision. George Clinton, VP or Vice President at the time, chose to cancel the renewal of the bank. The War of 1812. The Second National Bank was the conclusion result to the war. It was very difficult for the government to raise money for this war. The government had numerous small state banks to store money for the treasury. To fund the war, the government secured loans from wealthy individuals and issued treasury notes. This ended in coating the government much more than they were worth. This also led to the conclusion of making the Second Bank of America. Like the first bank, the Second National Bank did not end well. Today, the First Bank of America is 116th South 3rd Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. February is the month that Congress made the bank bill. It is the 222nd anniversary.